make it multiply equals true. And I know there are several different ways they can do this, but this is just the first thing I thought of that would be the easiest to work with. And then we'll make this divide equals true. So now we can do each of the different mathematical simple things. So let's go ahead and while we're at it, add a thing for the clear. So let's double click that. Didn't actually rename that button, it's just button 10. But what we have to do, we have to make sure that all those bool values are false again from when we just basically want to make it look like you just started up the program. So what we're going to do is we're going to make them all equal to each other and then make them all equal a Boolean value of false. Equals divide equals false. So this will just make them all false regardless of whether they're true or false. It's just a quick way to do it. And then let's clear out the text box. And make sure to clear out the tag, the stored information in there. Alright, let's go ahead and look at what we've done so far. So we can do 5 times 5 equals... Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we haven't done it for our equals yet. So if we do if multiply, we want very similar to what this is, except we do the multiply, and luckily most of this is actually built in, so it recognizes characters like that. So if minus minus if and divide is the last one. Alrighty, now it should work. So we'll do 8 plus 8 equals, let's clear that out. 3 times 3 equals 9, good, let's clear that out. 2.25 times 6 equals, cool. Spam divided by 6. No, I guess that's right. Hopefully that's right. Alrighty. Now remember when I showed you before this thing equals this and then we go like that? Well, I will show you how to fix that now. It's a common bug. So what we have to do is when we press one of these buttons, we have to check if it's already made a calculation. That's just the first thing I thought of that could fix this problem. So what we're going to do is once we've done the equal, we're going to make another bool value, which we will set up here. We'll set it to false. And just a note, if you just do bool equal like this, it will set the equal value to automatically to true, which is why we're making it equal false. Alright, let's head over to our equal. So we'll make equal false, or equal true. So this is telling the program that it has made a calculation, and then this will, depending on what calculation it does, it'll do those various actions. So now we have to go to, say, our 1, and we have to check if the equal is true. So if equal, then we want to clear out the text box and set equal to false, just telling it that there's a new calculation going on and we don't want those numbers to be mixed up. Now we could copy and paste this in each of these buttons, or we could do a little bit less copying and pasting, and personally I like this method a lot better. So we're going to create our own method similar to this method. So we're just going to do check if equal. So we just make up our own thing. We do open close parentheses, semicolon. And notice you'll see a little red thing, little red squiggly line, and we can right click it and we can click generate method stub. And you see right below private void check if equal. And right now if we ran it, it would yell at you because we're not actually using it. But what we can do here is we can cut this out and paste it in the check if equal. So now when we click a button, it'll come here and then it'll go, hey, we need to go somewhere else. So it'll jump over to here and do everything in here, then come back here. And now we can just copy and paste this in each of the ones. So just a little bit less text, makes it a little bit simpler. And if you need to make a change to check if equal, you don't have to change each and every one of these. You can just change this, and it'll apply for all of them. Check if equal, check if equal, check if equal. And now, if you think about it, we don't really need the check if equal for the decimal. Do we need it for the decimal? Actually, yeah, we do probably need it for the decimal, but for the plus minus, we don't want it because that will create a bug later on. So let's go ahead and try it out. 9 times 9 equals. Now if we press the 3, the 81 will go away and it's starting a new calculation. 3 times 3 equals 9. Very easy. Let's see, I think that's everything I have for you, unless I've forgotten anything, which is quite possibly true. Looking over my code, oh, we should probably check equal to false here. Well, I think it actually works pretty fine. Everything seems to be in order. Can do -2 plus 3, gives me 1. That all works out fine. 0, 2, plus 2. Let's see what this will do. 4. Oh, cool. It actually works very well. And I know that this check if equal thing was a bit confusing, so I'm going to help you out a bit. You can insert what are known as breakpoints, and while you debug, you can step through the program to really see what it's doing. So we're going to go ahead, put a breakpoint there, drag our program over. Going to press the 1, and since we press the 1, it's going to stop the program at here so we can go through. This is really useful for debugging, seeing what's wrong. I highly suggest you use it. I use it in all my programs. So we're going to press 1, and notice it'll stop. And then we can go ahead and press the F11 key to go to the next line. Now when we press, you can either press F10 to skip over this and do everything in here, or you can press F11 to skip to it and actually go to it. So we're going to press F11. Notice it'll skip over to the check if equal, and it's going to see if the equal bool is true, and it is false because we haven't actually pressed the equal button yet. So it'll skip over it, and then it'll go back, and then it'll do the text box 1.text, and then it'll display our screen. So let's go ahead and add 2 to it. Now it's stopping me a bit. 2 equals 3. Now let's go press the 1 button again. So now let's go to check if equal, and it's going to check if equal, and we can, if we mouse over the equal, we can see if it's true or false. See, we see it's true. And this works a lot. See, like, you can see what the text is. Basically, you can see a lot of interesting information about the variables you're dealing with if you just mouse over them. So it's gonna be true, so it's gonna go into this, gonna set it text box text to blank, and it's gonna set equal to false. Very cool. And I believe that is all I have for you. If you would like to have any more tutorials or learn anything else about C#, Visual Studio 2008, or anything, just leave a comment on my videos or drop me a line on my website or my forums. They are in the description. Make sure to subscribe to all my videos. This is Quackware signing out.